Today I'm going to talk to you about how to divide polynomials by using synthetic division. We use this technique when our divisor is a binomial and it is linear. In order to set your problem up for synthetic division, the first thing that you're going to do is take your divisor and solve it. In this case, n is equal to 1. Once you have this solution, we're going to put that in a box. Beside this box, we are going to write down the coefficients of our dividend. If any terms are missing, we're going to put a 0 in the place of that coefficient. In this case, all terms are here and they are in descending order. So I will write down 1, -9, 13, and 2. Now you're going to leave a space underneath these numbers and draw a line. To start the process for synthetic division, we're going to drop the first term below the line. Now we're going to multiply the number in the box times the term below the line, and we will write the answer here in the second location. We'll add these two terms together, which gives me -8. We'll do the multiplication again. Number in the box times the term below the line, and we'll write the answer here in the third location. Add these two terms together, and I get 5. 1 times 5 is 5. Add these two terms together, and I get 7. Now I'm going to draw a line here to separate my answer from my remainder. When you're writing your final answer, you need to put your variables back in. So you want to look at the exponent, the largest exponent in the original dividend. This one had a degree of 3, and we're going to use 1 less in our answer. So I have n squared and n, and then my constant and my remainder. To write my final answer, I'll have n squared minus 8n plus 5, and then I'm going to write down a plus sign and put my remainder over my divisor, n minus 1. In the second example, I do have a missing term. You might notice that there isn't an m squared. So when we set this problem up, we need to make sure and put a 0 where the m squared would have been. Step 1, solve your divisor, and you get 1. That's what I will put in the box. Step 2, write down all of your coefficients, including the 0 that marks where the m squared would have been. Now let's start the process of synthetic division by dropping the first term below the line. We'll multiply 1 times 3, and we get 3. Combine these terms, and that gives me a 0. 1 times 0 is 0. Combine, and I get 0. 1 times 0 is 0. 7 plus 0 is 7. 1 times 7 is 7. Combine, and I get -2. Draw my line to separate the remainder. Insert your variables, and remember, look at the largest exponent for your degree of 4 and subtract 1. So I'm going to start with m cubed. Now, because these variables have zeros in front of them, it is unnecessary to write them in our final answer. Final answer is 3m cubed plus 7, and then we have a remainder of -2 over m minus 1. Let's do one additional example just to make sure that you've got the hang of this. Solve your divisor, and that gives us -6. Write down your coefficients, make sure they're all there. Drop your first term below the line, and then start the process of synthetic division. We'll multiply, and then we'll add. Multiply, add. Multiply, add. Separate your remainder, and then insert your variables. Your final answer will be 4p squared minus 3p plus 8 plus a remainder of negative 5 over p plus 6.